My fellow Americans, many ask the question, what is wrong with this country? And I have to say that in the last few months, I think I may have figured it out. This country does not have a role model candidate running for any elected office. You cannot expect any human being elected to 4 years in office to fix 16 years of what the Bushes did to this country. I feel some people were just looking for a scapegoat to blame the mounting problems of this country on. So they were going to try and vote into office a minority. And by that word, I mean anyone who is not a Republican. Congratulations, President Obama. You won the vote for scapegoat. If Hillary Clinton had been elected, she would have been it. I feel that some set it up that way so either the first female president or the first African-American president would take the fall for it all. Either way, they were trying to set this country's thinking back to a time and place we the people have evolved from and never want to go back to. We want a place where we truly are created equal, no matter our sex, race, or religion. So don't be so hard on yourself about the things that you couldn't fix. These things take time and people working together to get them done, not people working against you. Let me be clear, I am of no political party, but there is so much political dung being slung that we can never see the truth about any of the candidates. That is until they actually show their true colors. Like Senator Mourdock from Indiana, who made some ridiculous accusations against God for his own beliefs on abortion and that he somehow has the right to play God and make what is already one of the hardest choices for women for them. Scott Brown, whose careless comments about mesothelioma and cancer victims and their families being paid actors, and his Native American being of color comments show he doesn't care who he hurts to get where he wants. Then we have Mitt Romney, who with his own mouth said that educators asking for smaller classrooms and more teachers were just the teachers' unions wanting more money. Okay, perhaps I'm not as educated as you, Mr. Romney, but uneducated equals unemployed, as most of the employees want at least a minimum of a high school diploma. Overcrowded classrooms, not enough teachers, and not enough books means that the dropout rate and unemployment rate will increase because our children will give up on themselves because people like you gave up on them and their education, one that they deserve. The nation's future will not survive if our children are not prepared for adulthood and the workforce. At least be truthful in your campaigns and say what you really feel. It'll come out anyway, because the truth always does. Senator Mourdock, just come out and say, I'm against abortion, and I don't care about your right to a choice. Scott Brown, just tell the people, listen, I don't have time to fact check. You're guilty because I say so, and I don't care whose feelings I hurt. Mitt Romney, you just need to tell America, listen, I don't care if you're all uneducated and unemployed, so long as we the rich and powerful stay that way. Now, thanks to the help of the media, we know some presidential candidates need extra history lessons due to some of their debate answers. Here is where that education being an important thing I just discussed comes into play. Perhaps your classroom was overcrowded, Mitt. I'll give you a small history lesson. In 1886, in honor of the friendship of our two nations, the people of France gave the people of the United States a beautiful gift, the Statue of Liberty. She stands tall in our harbor, even after all this country has been through with war and terrorism, as a symbol of strength, hope, and freedom to the people of this great nation, and to other nations as well. Upon her mighty pedestal these words can be read. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free. These words used to mean something in this country. Still do to some people. The question this year in voting is, what do they mean to you? And who you believe lives up to the honor of being president of this great nation that is built of the bloodshed for our freedom, the sweat of the strong, hard-working people, and the tears of the hopeful, homeless, and hungry people of this country. I care about these things, so I'm going to vote for myself, because I am one of we the people of these United States that our Constitution speaks of, and I run on truths. Truths about me, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. I have made many mistakes in my life, and I probably will make many more before I die. I truly believe war is a last resort, unlike some I have seen in office. It's not about oil. I believe this nation's people should come first, Then we worry about allies. We have our own homeless and hungry. Let's help them first so they can be well enough and strong enough to help us help others. Remember, we are Americans, and together we are stronger. I believe education is vitally important to our children and this country's future. I am a mother of 5 and believe there is no greater love in this world than the love of a child. But I do not have the right to force others to feel the way that I do, or to force them to live with the pain of reliving a trauma such as rape every day of their life by taking away their choice to abortion. As for the same-sex marriage issue, listen, you can't help who your heart loves. Love is blind, as they say, so follow your heart. Does it go against the Bible? Sure, I guess it does. But so does almost everything else in this world. But God gave us the choice of free will, and with this comes sin. And who amongst us hasn't sinned, or will never sin again? I have smoked marijuana. I inhaled, and I actually liked it, since it took away some of the pain of my fibromyalgia and arthritis. And again, truth be told, I couldn't possibly see myself doing any worse of a job as president than either of the Bush men. Thank you for your time. I am Jerry McGettigan, and I approve this message.